I welcome you all on this Moksh Academy PG Career Series session. In this COVID world, have to conduct these online sessions. But traditionally, we have been training students for the USMLE and the licensing examinations, and for the informative awareness. We used to actually do in-person sessions across India. So thanks to COVID, now we are completely online. But yes, happy to help you in this entire journey. All right. So I'm your host today, Chirag, and I'm going to run through this entire conversation today with our guest. Today's session is something kind of an insider info, or a kind of a glimpse to what exactly is a journey of somebody just like you in a medical school in India. How did he actually overcome possible obstacles? So we are proud and happy to have somebody from your fraternity, Dr. Jinendra Lalit Satya. He is very much from Bombay. He completed his MBBS from the prestigious Grand Medical College, Sir JJ Group of Hospitals. So just like you, he had his dream to pursue a US residency. He further went on to do his MD in internal medicine from University of Miami, subsequently moved to NYC, where he is a chief medical resident for New York Medical College, and currently he is pursuing his advanced hepatology fellowship at the prestigious Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, a teaching hospital of the Harvard Medical School in Boston. His interest includes medical education, hepatology, and gastroenterology. So I welcome Dr. Satya on behalf of the entire student community. So thank you very much, Doctor, to be part of this session. Any opening remarks, before we start this power pack questions for you?
Thanks so much, Chirag. It's a pleasure to be here and talk to young students and hopefully provide them insight and answer questions which can be useful to them in their decisions along this long but rewarding journey.
How important are clinical rotations in the entire framework, before you apply for residency in USA?
Yeah, I think it's very important. Unfortunately, the opportunities are decreasing every year because of everything else that's going on. But and I'm sure as part of your academy, as part of Moksh, and you help people with this, which I think is good, and you have a lot of knowledge yourself about this. But I think it's important for people to search online themselves. And believe it or not, everything starts with an online search, and you find someone and you talk to your mentors, your colleagues, who may be able to, if not help you, but at least guide you in the right direction. I think it's really important to talk to people because you think you may be doing the right thing, but you may be missing one legal or technical point, which may mean that you do not get what rotation you want. So it's important to look for rotations online. You can look at websites like Frida. You can, if you have hospitals that you're interested in, you should Google them, Google the department, email people. There's no harm in emailing coordinators. If and all of these hospitals have the addresses for the coordinators on their website. I will not say you should call everyone, but you can certainly email everyone and tell them that this is what I'm interested in. Do you have any availability? They'll either tell you yes or no, or they'll give you a form to fill out and apply. The other key thing is to know that these rotations are very well sought after, which means you have to apply at least 6 to 9 months before you actually want to be here in the United States. So it can get difficult to put everything together because you may not know what you're doing 9 months down the road in terms of your schedule. But if you have some clarity on that, I would say start your search early. 12 months to 9 months before you actually want to be doing that rotation is when you should be starting, because all the paperwork and everything takes time. Clinical rotations are important. One, because you get to work here and you understand what the system is like, and people may have preconceived notions, things that they think about uh, as to how healthcare is run in this country. But when you actually come and see it, you realize if you like it or you don't like it. It's not for everyone, and it's not all just rosy. there are obstacles and there are things that you may not like. So it's important for everyone to make an individualized decision. Not everything works for everyone. um, and then trying to, once you have some clinical rotations, of course the idea is to work hard and work well. So once you're here doing that rotation, you so typically our days, as when you're doing a rotation, will start at 7 a.m. Everyone's at the hospital at 7 a.m. and you can be there until 7 p.m. So when you're actually doing a rotation, you want to put your best foot forward. You want to show them that you're a hard worker, which all of us are, coming from India. You want to volunteer, you want to work on weekends, try to work on research projects with them when you're doing a rotation. So that gives you a reason to stay in touch with them. 6 months after you finished, you follow up with them for that research project, which is also when you ask them for your letter. It's very important to keep in communication with all of the people that you work with, and no one here has a problem giving you their email addresses, but you have to be nice. You should not bombard them with emails, but definitely take their contact information before you leave the rotation. Tell them your interests, tell them that you want a letter, and a lot of them will never say no, and they will write a good letter. For any reason, if someone says no, it's actually good for you, because you don't want someone writing a bad letter for you. And we'll talk about this later, because a bad letter can actually hurt your application. um, and then once you have your clinical rotations that are satisfied, then you can actually focus on research. If that's what you're interested in, you can do like a research elective, which adds to your CV, and it tells them that this individual is an all-rounded person. He's not just in clinical medicine, but he's also interested in research. So, definitely clinical rotations are a big part of your application.
That was again a very detailed answer. Thank you very much for this.